All right, let's talk about something that is absolutely critical if you're investing in Nigerian real estate: governor's consent. Seriously, understanding this one thing is the key to protecting your money. So, let's get right into it.
Okay, so picture this. You've done it. You found the perfect piece of property, you've hammered out a price, you signed the deed of assignment, the money's been sent, the deal is done and dusted, right? That property is now yours, safe and sound. Or is it? Well, you might be surprised to hear this, but under Nigerian law, the answer is a big fat no, not even close. Without this one final, super critical step, that whole transaction you just made, it's basically incomplete, it's vulnerable. Legally speaking, it's just hanging by a thread.
So, what is this all-important step? It's something called governor's consent. Let's break down what that actually means, and why, honestly, it's the only key that truly unlocks legal ownership of your property.
So, to put it simply, think of it as the official stamp of approval from the state's governor. It's what takes your private agreement, the one between you and the seller, and turns it into an officially recognized state-sanctioned transaction. It's a huge difference. Without it, you've just given someone money. With it, you've legally locked down an asset.
And listen, you've got to understand, this isn't just some friendly advice or a bureaucratic best practice. No way. This is a direct command right from the horse's mouth. Section 22 of the Land Use Act, which is basically the rulebook for all land in Nigeria. The law couldn't be clearer. Any land transfer without the governor's consent is, and I quote, not lawful. That's a big deal. So let's really get into why this matters so much. Think of this consent as a suit of legal armor for your investment. I mean it. It's not just another piece of paper to file away. It's your property's #1 defense against all sorts of things that could go wrong.
This protection, this armor, really stands on 3 massive pillars. First, it gives you legal validity. This is your shield against scammers, right? It stops someone from trying to sell the same property to 5 different people. Second, it creates an official, verifiable record at the land registry, so your ownership is crystal clear for anyone to see. No arguments, it's right there in black and white. And third, and this is huge, it makes your property marketable. You want to get a loan using the property as collateral? The bank will demand to see it. Thinking of selling to a big company? They won't even talk to you without it.
And this just lays it out perfectly. It's like a fork in the road for your property. Go down one path with consent, and your title is valid, it's strong, your property is worth more, and you can easily get a loan or sell it. But go down the other path without consent, and your legal status is what they call inchoate. It's a fancy word that just means incomplete and very vulnerable. The value drops, forget about getting a bank loan and trying to sell it. It's a nightmare. It's difficult, it's risky, it's just not a place you want to be.
Okay, so you're convinced you need this legal armor. How do you get it? Well, the process of perfecting your title, as it's called, follows a pretty clear path. Now, it can take some time, but let's just walk through the basic roadmap so you know what to expect.
So, it all kicks off after you and the seller sign that deed of assignment. From there, your application gets submitted to the state's land registry. You'll need to include other documents too, like your survey plan and tax clearance. Next up, you pay the fees, the consent fees, stamp duties, all that good stuff. And then, once all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, the governor gives the formal thumbs up. That's it. Your transaction is now legally rock solid.
All right, let's pull all of this together. What's the big takeaway here? As an investor, how should you really be thinking about this whole process? How does it fit into your game plan?
Here's the most important mental shift you need to make. Stop thinking of the fees and the process as a cost. It's not. It's an investment in the actual security and the future value of your property. What you're really paying for is the transformation of a simple purchase into a secure, bankable asset that you can actually defend in a court of law.
At the end of the day, governor's consent isn't just a good idea, it's not optional. It is the non-negotiable, absolute cornerstone of your investment. It's the legal foundation. It's what takes a transaction that might just be based on a signed paper and turns it into a rock-solid asset you can depend on for years and years.
And that really leaves us with one final, very important question you should ask yourself. When you look at your own real estate portfolio in Nigeria, what is it built on? Is it built on the solid rock of a fully perfected title, or is it sitting on the shifting sands of an incomplete deal? Honestly, the answer to that question could make all the difference.